everybody, it's Stacy with Quick Quotes Scrapbook Company, and I am here to walk you through the October Club Q kits. With every kit we send an instructional video with our Club Q kits, and this is the 4 pages you get for October. And I'm going to show you a few tricks on there and how to add some extra colors so that it matches your pictures. And then if you are a Club Q member, thank you for being a member. I know we try to put new kits out for you every single month, lots of benefits. If you are not a Club Q member and you would like to sign up, I want to show you what you would get in November if you were to sign up. Our Club Q is $32 a month, free shipping, and you always get 4 pages plus an extra pack of paper and ribbon and extras every month. But always free shipping, $32. The kits always have step-by-step instructions. We do an instructional video for you. You get 10% off of all other orders if you are a Club Q member. Lots of benefits to being a member. So if you are not, check it out at shopquickquotes.com. Click on Club Q and you can sign up there. Great thing about Club Q is you can opt out and skip months, or you can exchange the month for a previous kit. So any questions, let us know, but check it out and we will get started with October's instructional video. Okay, we are going to get started with the kit from the October Club Q, which is called Every Day. Now, with this one, it's all in black and white and a little bit of copper, but I am going to show you how to easily add some color to this so that if you have pictures that go in here that have a certain color or a certain tone to them, you can easily add color to this just with a few pieces of paper. So I'm going to show you first how to put this together exactly like this, but if you want to wait to glue things down, I'm going to go back through quickly and show you how to add some color very easily to this page. So we will get started. Go ahead and punch out all your die cuts. A lot of times I leave die cuts actually in the sheet and then just use them as I need to, but this one doesn't have very many intricate die cuts to it, so I just punched out all the frames and everything and had them sitting in a pile for me ready to go. You can chalk things up as needed. This one actually suggests for powder puff chalking inks, River Rock, Coal Miner, and Cobblestone. So the Cobblestone adds a little bit of a coppery yellow color to it. The Coal Miner is a really dark gray, and then the River Rock is really light gray. So I also have, I think I brought a different, I also have Feather Gray or Cottonwood, which would work as well. So, as you know, with our kits at the top here, it always says if there is any cutting directions or diagrams, it has you cut those out first. The only cutting on this one, we actually have everything in laser cuts for you, just ready to punch out, which is nice and easy. But the only cutting on this one is to cut your ribbon into 2 8-inch pieces. So this piece of ribbon that comes in your kit, just go ahead and fold it in half and cut that at the halfway mark, and we will use those later. And we can go ahead and get started. The kits that we have here we'll do together. Sometimes I do just page 1 or just page 2, but we're going to lay these out and do them together. So the backgrounds are these 2 striped papers. I'm going to move these out of the way. We'll move in 2 of these, and actually, I will show you as I go how to add a little color to it, and then I will go ahead and glue it down with color later. But if you want to do just the black and white, that's totally fine. If you would like to add some color to it, you just need maybe a solid cardstock. I have kind of a burgundy color here. What I would do to add a little color is trim your striped background paper down by 1 inch at the top and 1 inch at the bottom, and then that will make an 11 by 11 square that'll go right in the middle here. so you can see if you don't look at this part, but it'll leave a color border around that. So if you trim down your striped paper by 1 inch on the top and 1 inch on the side, it can go right in the middle of your color cardstock, whatever color you want to add to it. And the first thing we do, there are 2 number sheets. These are, I believe, 9 by 10. These go 1.5 inches from the top and then just get centered into the middle here. If you would like to add color, again, you can take cardstock. These are 9 by 10. You will want to cut a 9.5 by 10.5 inch piece, and this can go right over it. And seeing that adds some color to it. And if you have your 12 by 12 behind there, so just a thought, if you would like to add some color to it, you can easily do that to match your photos. But the first thing you do is glue these 2 pieces down to the center. And next we have, out of our die cut, it's like a black, brown, really dark brown color little banner that goes across here, and you want to put about 1.5 inches up from the bottom of your number paper, maybe 1.25 inches. And again, if you would like to add a little extra color, what I did was I took my banner, I cut a 2.25 by 12 inch strip of this burgundy. You can glue that right on there and then trim the edges to match your dark brown piece. And again, that just gives it a little extra color to match your photos. Some like it just black and white, and that is completely fine. That's how the original is, but I just wanted to give you some options. So if you have a couple of sheets of solid cardstock, this is just an easy way to add to it. Just like that. So in the instructions, we just have the brown. So we'll put that on. And then from there, it is just layering your frames. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually I'm going to use cottonwood because I think this is a really pretty color. And I'm going to chalk up the edges just slightly. I do a little bit more around the corners and the rounded edges here. And again, if you are using color, if you're adding some color cardstock to your page, you can use any other color you want on your Powder Puff chalking inks as well. So you choose the colors. This gets, and remember, if you don't have your photos, you don't want to completely glue this down. You want to be able to put a photo in there and then put a little adhesive on it. And an easy way to put a photo behind here is lay this on your photo and just trace where you need to cut. And then your photo goes right underneath of it. Trace right onto your photo. You can trim it out so it fits right in there. Once you have your photo in, then you can take your little brads. In each of our kits, if there's any extra little embellishments and stuff, we always try to keep them in a little bag nice and neat for you. So find your brads. And I don't have a paper piercer here, but what I would do is right in the center here, start a little hole down here. And then your brads will go through much easier. I like this copper color. It's kind of a rose gold color. That frame goes centered about 1/4 inch down from the number paper up here. It's centered. And then all of these frames line up here. These end up being about 1/2 inch from the bottom of the page. Oops, grab 2. And again, this white makes it really easy to chalk it up with another color if you would like. And don't forget, and if you wanted to, you could use the other side of this too. If you want to use the blackish brown color, you can use the other side of that. But don't forget to, you don't want to glue these completely down unless you have your photos ready to go. You want to easily, what I do a lot of times when I'm doing a kit is just put a little adhesive. I use double-sided tape just on the top, so that I can fold it back up when I need to, or peel it off and put a picture behind it. This one you'll want to peel off because you want to lay your frame onto your picture and trace around it so that you know where to cut your photo, because it has kind of a funky shape there on the corners. So super simple there. And your 2 8-inch pieces of ribbon, we are going to just take the ends, fold them over, and cut into a V. So this gives it a nice little dove's tail. And I'll take this one, fold it over, and cut back up toward your hand. And there you go. And then once you do have your pictures in, this will go right over the top, and then you have a quote that will go right over the top of that. Pretty simple page. What you can do to beef it up a little bit and add color is just grab a piece of cardstock, and you can add any color you would like. So I have that page all done. Now I am going to show you what it would look like if you added some color to it. So this is the way that it is on the instructions. If you want to add color, here's your 9.5 by 10.5 cardstock that you can put right underneath of there. I just love this because it's a super easy way to make it match your photos. Your little banner that you had cut earlier. This is a 2-inch by 12-inch piece of cardstock, and then you just put the brown banner right over top of it. Another easy way to add color. I'm not gluing mine down because it's just a sample here, and I want to be able to move things around and show you different ways that you could do this. And again, remember, don't glue this completely down to your page until you have your pictures in. And then if you want to add a little more color to it, just trim. You want to do this before you glue everything to the front so that you can get things centered. But I would trim 1 inch off the top and 1 inch off the side, and then center that striped paper onto a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. So you can see it would have that border here, it adds a little color here and a little color across the banner. Okay, so I'm going to add things to the second page. Move this up a little bit so it's in the screen better. So this one, on the second page, you can see here on the original, there's no border, there's no extra color other than the copper here. So again, we're going to just layer the frames on there. We'll put our ribbon across. This one I'm going to cut down so I can show you. If you don't want to add a piece to the back, don't do this step. But what I am going to do is trim this down by 1 inch at the top. And 1 inch at the side. And then I'm going to center it onto a 12 by 12. So you can see here that's added color to the back. Then you center your number piece. And then you just start layering your frame and your journaling piece on here. The next part would be your dark colored frame. It goes about 3/4 of an inch from the top and about 1/4 of an inch from the left side there. The next piece is a striped background for your frame. And again, chalk these up as you go. I'm going to actually chalk this one with River Rock, which is one that is suggested for this kit. Has a little bit darker look to it. This is brand new ink. Pretty juicy. So that adds a little extra color to it. And if you wanted to add some burgundy to it, either maybe Mocha Mama, that's actually kind of a darker brown that would look really nice with this, or Bloody Mary is more of a burgundy color that would match this as well. Your other piece of ribbon, what you want to do is just tie a knot right in the center. And if it's a little bit off, that's okay. Excuse me. And this is just going to go right across the bottom here, and I center the knot right underneath this frame. Your next frame you layer together. Here. And your journaling page or your journaling sheet, I actually put mine into my trimmer and I go down the edge. They have a nice straight edge, and then I fussy cut around the ends. So you have a nice straight edge right on that gray mark. Then I take my scissors, fussy cut around the ends. So this kit's kind of fun because you can really tailor it to any of the pictures that you have. You can add the color that you would like. And the theme is very general so that you can use it for almost any photos as well. It also would be nice for a wedding with the black and white. It would work for birthdays. Just add the colors that you had in your birthday theme. And depending on how much you have to write, you can put this on however you would like. If you want to put it up further so you have more room to write, that works. This frame just goes right at the end. Or if you have just a little bit, you can bring that down some. And there you go. Super simple kit. We have one more brad that goes right at the top of here. And then we have your Life is Beautiful that you fussy cut out here, put at the bottom there. And your kit is finished. So you can either do with color, or you can leave this a 12 by 12. Oh, actually, you know what? One more place you could add color. I cut out a little backer to go to this guy here. So if you wanted to, you could cut a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Put that there. So you can add color, or you can just keep it black and white and do just a classic look and no extra color to it. Totally up to you. I just thought that was a fun way to tailor it to your photos. And I appreciate you joining us, and thanks for being a Club Q member. And we will see you next time.